In this video, we are going to talk about top 10 investment tips from Warren Buffett. So before starting, please like this video and subscribe to How to Make Money Top 10 Videos channel, and ring the bell for our future updates. Warren Buffett, the second wealthiest person on the planet, shows no signs of slowing down. Warren Buffett owns or controls large stakes in food, Heinz, restaurant, Dairy Queen, beverage, Coca-Cola, banking, Wells Fargo, insurance, 𝐦𝐨𝐬, furniture, Nebraska Furniture Mart, real estate, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, building, Benjamin Moore, and clothing, Fruit of the Loom, companies, to name a few. At the heart of all of these purchases is a tried and true Warren Buffett investment approach that you should learn about and apply to your own wealth-building aspirations. While his investment strategy is built on a number of beliefs and concepts that have been refined through time, my bank tracker has compiled a list of the top 10 that can help you become the next one person. Buffett-like international company. Number 10. Before you invest in anything else, invest in yourself. Since 2011, the University of Nebraska Omaha has presented the Genius of Warren Buffett seminar, and at one of these events, a student inquired about what element of investment he should be studying in his spare time. For most people, the bulk of their money will come from earning power in their chosen profession, the Oracle of Omaha said. As a result, leisure time is best spent developing one's professional talents rather than studying investment from the angle of accumulating wealth. Buffett returned to Omaha, Nebraska, as a stockbroker and participated in a Dale Carnegie public speaking course, heeding his own advice, to improve his communication with clients, who would prove to be the lifeblood of his early success. Tip: like Buffett, you can boost your professional status and earning capacity by enrolling in a course or certificate program at your local community college. Number 9. Always keep learning in mind. Prioritize mastery over money early in your career. Buffett stated in his 1947 Woodrow Wilson High School yearbook that he likes math and aspires to be a stockbroker. Buffett's quest had actually began much earlier. He bought his first investment when he was 11 years old, 6 shares of City Service preferred stock, 3 for him and 3 for his sister Doris. He told a family member when he was 13 that he would be a millionaire by the age of 30 or that he would jump off the tallest building in Omaha. At the age of 14, he used the money he earned from his paper route to purchase 40 acres of farmland for $1,200, which he leased out. He volunteered to work for free for one of his business mentors when he was 21 years old. Tip: pick a cause that you're most passionate about and devote all of your energy and determination to it. Answer honestly, and don't feel obligated to major in business like Warren Buffett. According to a Gallup and Purdue University survey, business students are the least content with their professions and, in a surprising twist, are also the least financially secure. My advice to Americans, especially young people, said Brandon Bustede, executive director of Gallup Education, is that if you choose a major based on how much money you want to make, you may be disappointed, not only with your first job but with your entire career. Number 8. Keep an eye on minor expenditures. You don't become a legend or an oracle by ignoring little details. He isn't afraid to spend billions on a ketchup company, but he is also a firm believer in budgeting down to the last penny. Buffett will not invest in a firm until it follows the same financial discipline. For example, he once bought a business where the owner counted the sheets in 500-sheet toilet paper rolls to check if he was shorted. Buffett converted a dresser drawer into a bassinet when his first child was born. He borrowed a crib for his second child, despite having the financial ability to purchase a new one. He reportedly called a friend to bring over a 6-pack of Pepsi so he wouldn't have to pay for room service during one of his most famous investment deals at New York's Plaza Hotel. He drove around Omaha in a Volkswagen until his wife persuaded him to switch to a Cadillac, which was better suited to caddying around customers. Tip: you must spend less than you earn in order to be able to invest. You'll have money left over each month if you find ways to cut back on your expenditures and grow your savings and investments. Number 7. Maintain a cash reserve. Buffett's most recent transaction was entirely cash-based. He didn't have to sell any of his assets. He was able to pull the trigger with lightning speed because he had cash on the sidelines. You may not be on the same level as Buffett, but you may still copy his style. Keep enough cash on hand to take advantage of opportunities that are too wonderful to pass up. At the same time, your cash will protect you from unforeseen circumstances, so you'll never have to worry about being a frightened seller. Tip: if your cash reserves aren't where you think they should be, consider whether you have any buried treasure that you can convert to cash. Perhaps you have an old automobile in your driveway that you are still insuring, despite the fact that you never drive it. Perhaps it's time to slash the cable bill. Do whatever it takes to increase your cash reserves. Keep some power in reserve. Number 6. Put your money towards what you know and understand. Buffett invests in boring insurance firms, cars, planes, railroads, cats, razors, underwear, jewelry, and furniture. There isn't an Apple or a Google among them, but the basics he does invest in all earn money over time. He puts his money into firms that provide services and goods that people utilize. Tip: examine your investments to see if they will continue to have a place in consumers' homes and family budgets during the next downturn. Number 5. Purchase high-quality items. Buffett had mostly focused his investment efforts on identifying undervalued businesses that he could acquire inexpensively until he added the classy 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐶 to his portfolio in 1996. Buffett's colleague, Charlie Munger, revealed that 𝐦𝐨 was Berkshire Hathaway's first high-quality acquisition. The 𝐦𝐶's acquisition success influenced their devotion to acquire firms with a high reputation and brand recognition for the rest of their lives. Tip: invoke the example of Buffett and Munger's purchase of 𝐦𝐶's candies in whatever venture you're planning. Buy a coat that will last several seasons rather than one that will barely get you through this winter, even if it is a little more expensive. Prioritize quality before quantity. Number 4. Be patient with yourself. Buffett, now 84, nevertheless invests for the long term as if he expects to live another 50 years. Buffett stated, "We don't get rewarded for action, only for being correct. We'll wait endlessly as long as we can," he remarked. Munger, Buffett's business partner, agrees, "There are worse scenarios than drowning in cash and sitting, he stated. "I remember when I didn't have as much money as I do now, and I don't want to go back." Buffett originally invested in Coca-Cola in 1988 as an example of this mindset. He has never sold a stake after that time. Similarly, Buffett has kept a significant holding in American Express despite major market downturns, only to watch the stock rise with vigor. You're the anti-Buffett if you're aiming for a quick score or flip. Charlie and I continue to feel that short-term market forecasts are poison and should be kept locked up in a safe place, away from children and adults who behave in the market like children," Buffett remarked. Take a long-term attitude to your investments. As a result, allow them to mature. Don't expect to flee at the first sight of problems or a negative report blown out of proportion by the media. Consider putting your money in less volatile investments if you can't stand the ups and downs of investing. The race is won by going slowly and steadily. Number 3. Give up a less valuable asset in exchange for a higher valuable asset. The business strategy of giving away a larger, occasionally purchased product, the razor, in exchange for selling a smaller, frequently purchased product, disposable blades, to customers for the rest of their lives is one that Gillette pioneered and still dominates. Knowing this fundamental investment truth, Buffett was a long-term buyer of Gillette stock, which he was rewarded handsomely for. Tip: everyone enjoys a good bargain. Consider what you can give out as a promotion, premium, or loss leader to entice more customers to your main revenue generator. Make sure to give a little sizzle to each stake you sell. Number 2. Invest as little money as possible in your home, or even rent it out. Doesn't it sound shocking? Buffett purchased his first home for $31,500 when he was 28 years old. That sum now, adjusted for inflation, is roughly $260,000. While Buffett acknowledges that a home is a wonderful place to make terrific memories with more to come, he thinks it's a dud as an investment vehicle. Had I instead rented and utilized the purchase money to buy stocks, I would have made a lot more money, according to Buffett. Tip: if you're over 30 and still don't own a home, don't be too hard on yourself. Rather, berate yourself if you aren't saving and investing in items that will help you increase your money, such as fully utilizing your company's 401k plan. Number 1. Don't be afraid to stand out. Buffett increased his acquisitions during the financial crisis, rather than fleeing the markets with millions of other scared investors. He gave Dow Chemical a $3 billion lifeline in 2008. He also assisted Mars in its $23 billion purchase of Wrigley in the same year. He paid $34 billion for the remaining shares of Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railway Company in 2010. He invested $5 billion in Bank of America in 2011. Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful, he said, summarizing his go against the grain investment attitude. He was still going against the grain and bucking conventional thinking half a century after returning to Omaha. He was taking up corporations that had been battered by the Great Recession, including Bank of America, Goldman Sachs Bank USA, General Electric, and Dow Chemical. Use an inner scorecard. Like Buffett, where you measure yourself by your own criteria, not those of others. Don't try to follow Warren Buffett's winning technique for getting rich step by step. He'd be the first to tell you that you need to develop your own investment plan and style that suits you. But he would also advise you to be consistent, focused, watchful, and patient in your search for long-term investments in yourself and other possibilities, and to stick to your investment philosophy through thick and thin. I hope you enjoyed our video. Please let us know in the comments area below. Thank you for being with us. Please like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell before leaving. Thank you for watching How to Make Money Top 10 Videos channel.